This briefing gives important background information for one of the topics for discussions at the SEND consultation workshops. B. The money attached to each Education, Health and Care Plan, or EHCP. The briefing will cover background, the top-up amounts in Tower Hamlets schools, the top-up amounts in other inner London boroughs, challenges in Tower Hamlets. Background. Government advice is that high needs funds should provide each council with resources for place funding for pupils and top-up funding for those with an EHCP. Each council decides how it goes about funding support for each child in their EHCP. The funding attached to an EHCP is called the top-up. Tower Hamlets is like most councils in England. The amount of each top-up is decided at the point that a new EHCP is issued. The amount of the top-up is guided by the type of support needed by the child and the school the child is going to. For mainstream primary and secondary schools, there are 6 different top-up bands or levels of funding, from Band A to Band F. For pupils at special schools and alternative provision schools, there are standard top-up amounts per pupil for each school, plus a payment of £10,000 per place per pupil is made too. The next slide on tables 2 and 3 shows the top-up amounts for schools in Tower Hamlets. Top-up amounts per pupil in Tower Hamlets. Table 1, top-up amounts, local schools, mainstream, primary and secondary. And A to F, top-up rate for the current year 2019 to 20 from £7,085 to £19,308. Table 2, top-up and place payments in each special school and alternative provision. Beatrice Tate to Cherry Trees are the 6 special schools in Tower Hamlets, and London East AP and South Quay College are the 2 alternative provision schools. Table 2 shows top-up payments for the current year. Slide 3, top-up amounts per pupil in other London boroughs. For comparison, top-up payments for the London Borough of Hackney and the London Borough of Southwark are shown. Table 3, top-ups for mainstream primary and secondary schools in Hackney from bands A to E. A 4,736, E 15,818. Table 4, top-up amounts for special schools in Hackney. There are 3 special schools in Hackney. 2018 and 19 payments were 15,000, 20,000 and 25,000 respectively. London Borough of Southwark, Table 5, top-ups for mainstream primary and secondary schools, bands A to D, from 4,000 Band A, 16,000 Band D. Table 6, top-ups for special schools in London Borough of Southwark. There are 6 special schools in the London Borough of Southwark. Top-up payments for these schools are shown, as well as whether they are secondary or primary schools and the types of need they specialise in. Challenges for Tower Hamlets. Top-ups for mainstream schools. The top-up amounts from A to F begin at a higher level and are higher on average than in other inner London boroughs. See tables 3 and 5 previously. Council would like to discuss with parents, should we start these top-up amounts at a lower level? Should we have more payment bands? Through closer monitoring of annual reviews, should we be able to change a child's funding band as their outcomes are achieved or as their needs increase? Special schools and resource base top-ups. The difference in the top-up levels between the different schools and the resource bases has not changed for a number of years. We are interested in views about comparing top-up levels with schools in other London boroughs, and what other reasons are important for assessing different top-ups in different schools or resource bases. Personal budgets. Top-up payments pay for the support for a child with an EHCP. Personal budgets can be asked for by parents so they have more say about some of the support in an EHCP. Very few parents in Tower Hamlets ask for a personal budget. Why might this be? What do parents think of this?